What's going on, y'all? This is the Face Mask Podcast, bringing you new fantasy content every day on YouTube. If you're not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button. My name is John Alsace, and today I wanted to get into a new report coming out of Buffalo about Emmanuel Sanders. Now, The Athletic's Joe Buscaglia, a longtime beat reporter for the Bills, recently came out and said that Emmanuel Sanders is more likely than Gabriel Davis to take John Brown's place in Buffalo's offense this year. Buscaglia described Sanders as, quote-unquote, the most underrated piece to the Bills offense, pointing out that Buffalo general manager Brandon Beane has long pursued Sanders and was aggressive in signing the veteran to the $5.9 million deal he got in March. Buscaglia said, some expect Davis to step into John Brown's role from last season, but all of the Bills' actions in this offseason were not of a team confident that Davis was ready to step into an enormous role. Josh Allen often looked for Sanders during spring workouts, trying to establish a rapport with him through meaningful reps. So basically, everything we were expecting from the John Brown role is going straight to Sanders, or at least that's what Joe Buscaglia wants us to believe. Now, John Brown was healthy in 9 games last season, and he saw 5.7 targets per game, averaging 6.2 fantasy points per game. So okay, give Sanders that role. That's fine. Let's look at what Sanders did last season. Emmanuel Sanders was the wide receiver 60, saw 82 targets in 14 games for an average of, you guessed it, 5.8 targets per game and a 6.3 fantasy points per game total at the end of the season. So Sanders should see the same amount of targets he got last season as he will this season in the quote-unquote John Brown role. And while the overall quality of those targets will increase, he was only the wide receiver 60. And John Brown, through the 10 games that he was healthy, was wide receiver 66. And he's 3 years younger than Sanders. So I feel like anybody expecting anything more than a wide receiver 55 season is kind of delusional. To me, Sanders being signed does nothing to diminish Gabe Davis's role, seeing as from week 9 to week 17, Gabe Davis averaged 4.8 targets per game and was the wide receiver 28 during that span. It seems like some of the reports out of Buffalo are trying to paint Emmanuel Sanders as some kind of savior for this offense, and I feel like we gotta temper that. I mean, the only time this guy wasn't a 1,000-yard receiver was when he was playing with arguably the best quarterback in all time, with Peyton Manning, during his best years when he was breaking all-time records. Okay? Outside of that, he's put up like 700 yards every season, 500 yards a year, maybe getting to 800 yards there, but he's also going into his age 34 season. He's been in the league since 2010. He might be shifty, he might be a great NFL signing for a team, but I don't think this amounts to anything in fantasy. We should be expecting another wide receiver 55 to wide receiver 60 finish from Sanders. This does nothing to affect Gabe Davis's role in this offense. Gabe Davis showed last year that he was a valuable target for Allen, contributing in the red zone and in the first down department. While only averaging less than 5 targets a game, he produced, and he produced for your fantasy team too. His ADP right now is round 10 at 128 on Underdog Fantasy. Sanders is at 154. Round 12. Now, I don't see the upside that I see for Davis for Sanders, so I'm more apt to go out and draft Davis at his 10th round ADP than to wait for perceivable upside and get a 34-year-old wide receiver who's coming to a new team and fighting for targets from 3 incumbents, not even counting Dawson Knox. This is all off-season hype. Normally, I'm taking a listen to Buscaglia. He's one of those beat writers that normally I'll listen to, but this, pumping up Emmanuel Sanders, all fluff. Don't buy it. Buy the dip that this might present in Gabe Davis's ADP, if there is any. And that's all I really got to say about this report. Thank you for listening. This is the Face Mask Podcast. Put your thoughts in the comments section below. My name is John Alsace. Have a great day.